This week, we're back in China on the hunt for innovation. With gassy fabrics, liquid metal, and a good solid meal of worms. It probably won't surprise you if I tell you that China makes a lot of stuff. But would you believe it makes quite this much? In 2011, the country produced 90% of all computers, 80% of all air conditioners and energy-saving light bulbs, 70% of all cell phones, that's just over 1 billion of the things. Oh, and they also found time to make 63% of the world's shoes. And much of all of that would have come from this place. Welcome to the city of Shenzhen in the Guangdong province. So much of the world's electronics come from Shenzhen. So much of your electronics started life here. Cases, components, chips, circuit boards. This is where stuff gets made. Nestled away on the southern coast, it's called the Workbench of China, and for good reason. Less than 40 years ago, only 30,000 people lived here. Now, there are 12 million. And that explosive growth is built on foundations of silicon. This week, I'm on a mission to find out how our things become, well, things. And, as the saying goes, when it comes to electronics, all roads lead to Shenzhen. This is the HAX Hardware Accelerator in downtown Shenzhen. Each year, teams of hopeful entrepreneurs make a pilgrimage to this place to plan, prototype and perfect their gadgets of the future. But before I show you around, time for a spot of lunch.
We call it microfoods, so it's insects as the new protein. It's something that's been eaten for a very long time in all parts of the world, actually. And it can be very efficiently grown. The hive is the smallest possible footprint of producing protein and nutrients in your home.
Right, so better than plants, better than owning a cow.
Better than plants, definitely better than owning a cow. So you can grow it on waste materials. You don't have to add any additional water. They take it out of the food they get. And you need very little energy.
What do they taste like?
You can just try them.
What do they taste like?
They taste slightly nutty,
Okay.
mostly neutral.
Thank you.
So they can
All I
actually
wanted to
be they can actually be mixed into any types of recipes. So in this way we just roasted them, so they're just roasted and crispy. But you can also make them into a meat patty and make them a burger, you know. It's a shrimp that came on land a really long time ago. That's what it is.
It's not bad. Live-In Farms is only one of the companies currently in residency, and there's no shortage of interesting ideas. There's the Rode auto guitar tuner, the skiing boots that track your skiing style, the orthopedic foot insert that analyses how you walk, there's the Internet of Things farm monitor, and of course, the remote control fish tank cleaner. There's also this.
This device takes liquid materials, special formulations, and it converts them into nanofibers using an electric field. So what happens is this little spinning mandrel here just produces a fabric that is composed of nanofibers. Primarily this machine is aimed at researchers right now. So what we're looking to do is get into the market and help people bring advanced textiles to a commercially viable point by offering a fast, affordable lab machine. Shenzhen just has a wealth of manufacturers and vendors. So for perspective, in the Bay Area there might be 2 CNC shops that I work with. There's hundreds, maybe thousands in Shenzhen, and they're all quick, they're cheap, they respond to text messages, so it just allows us to do work in such a short amount of time for cheap, and it's really high quality work too, so it's good for manufacturing and prototyping.
HAX has been here since 2011, and over 100 companies and their ideas have passed through. Now it's a little empty today, and that's because there's actually another HAX office over in the US, and at the moment everyone's over there showing off their creations, including the boss. Cyril, nice to meet you. It's very bizarre that you're in San Francisco and I'm in Shenzhen.